What if the place many only know for reggae, beaches, and sunshine was about to challenge Miami, New York, and even London for control of the skies? This isn't just a daydream. It's a calculated, multi-billion-dollar reality unfolding as we speak. Jamaica, a nation of just under 3 million people, is making an audacious bid to rewire air travel in the Americas. This isn't just about bigger airports. It's about forging an economic strategy, a grab for power, passengers, and profits that could permanently shift the balance of power in the Caribbean. For decades, Caribbean travel has been a story of dependence. It's a story written by foreign hubs and inconvenient layovers, a system forcing travelers through gateways like Miami and making them the gatekeepers of the region's tourism lifeblood. But what if that story is about to be torn up? Jamaica is pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into a high-stakes gamble. It's a plan to not only break free from this dependency, but to become the new center of gravity for aviation in the region. This is the story of how Jamaica plans to become the Caribbean's aviation superpower, and whether it will be crowned king, or if the dream will come crashing down. To get your head around the sheer audacity of Jamaica's plan, you first need to understand the invisible bottleneck that has squeezed Caribbean travel for generations. The region, a beautiful tapestry of island nations, has paradoxically been one of the most disconnected places on Earth for air travel. The problem is a tangled mess of geography, economics, and history. For most of the 20th century, flight paths were drawn not for the convenience of locals or visitors, but by the gravitational pull of bigger, more powerful economies to the north. American Airlines, for instance, has dominated the region for over 35 years, with its hubs in Miami and San Juan dictating much of the air traffic. This created a system where major U.S. cities are the main funnels. If you're flying from Europe, Asia, or even another part of the Americas, your trip to a Caribbean paradise likely involves a stopover in the United States. This reality turned airports like Miami International into the de facto gatekeepers of the Caribbean, capturing a huge chunk of the money and control. For Jamaica, this has been a constant economic weak spot. While tourism makes up a massive slice of its GDP, the nation has been at the mercy of foreign airlines and their routing decisions. Outdated and crowded airport infrastructure only make things worse. For years, Sangster International in Montego Bay and Norman Manley International in Kingston have been bursting at the seams, operating near or beyond their capacity. This means long lines, frustrating delays, and a passenger experience that doesn't match the world-class destination Jamaica wants to be. Limited runway lengths also prevented the largest, most efficient long-haul jets from flying direct from new wealthy markets, effectively putting a cap on the island's tourism potential. This bottleneck isn't just an inconvenience, it's a strategic handicap. It means Jamaica's economic fate is tied to the business strategies of another country's airports. It means higher ticket prices for travelers due to less competition and the extra cost of multiple flights. Travel within the region is even worse, often described as a frustrating and expensive mess, where a short hop to a neighboring island can require a bizarre detour through Florida. This has stifled business, trade, and regional unity for decades. Jamaica has looked at this broken system and decided it's no longer willing to be just a spoke on someone else's wheel. It's ready to build its own. What Jamaica is doing isn't a simple renovation. It's a full-blown declaration of its ambitions. The government has unleashed a torrent of investment, a mega overhaul of its national infrastructure designed for one main purpose: to capture the skies. We're talking about a war chest of over $500 million in the near term, with future capital programs pushing the total investment well past the billion-dollar mark. This is a coordinated strategy to transform the island into the top logistics and aviation hub in the Americas, a rival to the likes of Singapore and Dubai in its regional goals. The plan is as bold as it is expensive, and it's built on a simple, powerful idea. If you build a world-class system, the world will come. Jamaican government ministers have been clear, stating that airports are a primary engine of growth for the economy. They're no longer seen as just entry points for tourists, but as strategic assets in a global race for money, talent, and influence. The vision is to create a seamless network where air, sea, and land transport are fused into a single, hyper-efficient machine. The financial scale is staggering. For the 2025-26 fiscal year alone, a capital program of $152 million is underway, with another $372 million earmarked for 2026 through 2029. This money is being funneled into high-impact projects that, together, will give Jamaica an aviation arsenal unlike any other in the Caribbean. From massive runway extensions that can welcome the world's biggest jets to building entirely new airports, every dollar is being deployed with surgical precision. This grand plan is a direct challenge to the old way of doing things. By creating the capacity to handle more flights, passengers, and cargo than its neighbors, Jamaica is betting it can reroute the traditional flight paths that have defined the region for a century. The goal is to create a hub so efficient, modern, and perfectly located that airlines flying between Europe, Africa, the Middle East, and the Americas will choose Jamaica as their gateway. It's a move to steal market share not just from other Caribbean islands, but from the North American giants that have long called the shots. This is Jamaica's moment to seize control of its own destiny, using concrete, steel, and ambition as its weapons. The sheer scale of Jamaica's ambition is best seen in the individual projects forming the pillars of this new aviation empire. This isn't a random collection of upgrades. It's a strategic deployment of capital meant to create a network of air power. Number 1. The transformation of Sangster International, MBJ. Leading the charge is Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay. Already the workhorse of Jamaican tourism, it's being reforged into a world-class super hub. This is more than a facelift. It's a fundamental reconstruction designed for global reach. A massive $70 million runway extension has already stretched the tarmac to 3,060 meters. This critical upgrade now allows the airport to safely handle the largest long-haul aircraft like the Airbus A380, opening the door to direct, non-stop flights from distant, high-value markets that were once out of reach. But the revolution doesn't stop there. The airport's operators are in the middle of a huge overhaul of the passenger experience. And in a stunning move, plans have been announced for a brand new, state-of-the-art passenger terminal with a projected cost of a jaw-dropping $750 million. This new terminal is being designed to handle a massive increase in passengers, preparing for a potential tripling of visitor arrivals over the next decade. To make the journey smooth, Sangster is being turned into a digital-first airport. Jamaica is already the first Caribbean island to use facial recognition at its airports. MBJ is pushing this further with a vision for a single biometric identity, letting passengers move from check-in to boarding without ever showing the physical ID. This blend of physical expansion and digital transformation is designed to make Sangster not just the biggest, but the smartest airport in the region, an undeniable magnet for airlines and passengers. Number 2. The fortification of Norman Manley International, NMIA. While Sangster is the tourism gateway, Norman Manley International Airport, NMIA, in Kingston is being upgraded to become the strategic heart of Jamaica's logistics and business goals. The airport's operators have launched a massive $161 million transformation program, focused on safety, capacity, and sustainability. The centerpiece is the Runway End Safety Area, RESA project, a $72 million investment that will extend the airport's runway by 300 meters. A big portion of this extension is being built directly into the Caribbean Sea, a monumental engineering feat designed to meet the strictest international safety standards. This project is slated for completion by mid-2027 and is the single largest safety investment in the airport's history. The upgrades continue throughout the facility. The apron, taxiways, and passenger terminals are all being modernized with new baggage systems and other upgrades. NMIA is also becoming a leader in sustainability with the expansion of its solar farm, which aims to slash its reliance on the public grid by up to 80%. This complete overhaul is designed to position Kingston as a key node in a global logistics network, boosting trade and business travel. Number 3. The all-new Negril International Airport. Perhaps the boldest move in Jamaica's strategy is the plan to build a brand new international airport near the famous tourist town of Negril. This isn't an upgrade. It's the creation of an entirely new gateway from scratch. For years, tourists heading to Negril have had to put up with a long road journey from Montego Bay. This new airport, set to be located in Little London, Westmoreland, would be a game-changer, placing visitors just 20 minutes from the famous 7 Mile beach. The government and the Airports Authority of Jamaica, AAJ, chose a new site after studies showed that upgrading the existing Negril aerodrome wasn't practical for large jets. This new greenfield project will be developed through a public-private partnership and is designed to handle 1 million passengers in its first 10 years. The goal is to relieve pressure on the crowded Sangster Airport and unlock the huge tourism potential of Jamaica's western parishes by providing direct international access. The airport could spark the development of new hotels, resorts, and local businesses. This project, with an aspirational opening date around 2027 or 2028, is a powerful sign that Jamaica is not just improving its strongholds, but creating new economic frontiers. Number 4. The supporting infrastructure network. An airport is only as strong as the network that feeds it. Jamaica's leaders know this, which is why the airport mega-projects are backed by an equally ambitious overhaul of the country's roads. A web of new highways is being built to ensure the seamless experience starts the moment a visitor leaves the terminal. Chief among these is the $225 million Montego Bay Perimeter Road project, designed to bypass the city's congested center. This is complemented by a new highway connecting Mammy Bay to Trelawney and Street Ann, which will allow travelers to journey from Montego Bay to Ocho Rios in under an hour. To support the new Negril Airport, another new highway is planned to cut through the mountains, creating a fast corridor to the western coast. In the east, the $320 million South Coast Highway is being built to link the capital, Kingston, with the eastern parish of Portland. Together, these projects represent hundreds of millions in investment aimed at one goal: total, smooth connectivity. This integrated transport strategy ensures that the massive capacity being built at the airports is matched by a world-class ground network, making the entire island one vast, interconnected economic zone. This colossal spending spree isn't about national pride or sheer terminals. It is a cold, calculated economic strategy designed to fundamentally change Jamaica's place in the world. The why behind this billion-dollar gamble is a vision for economic independence and regional dominance. The ultimate goal is to turn Jamaica into a logistics hub, a critical point for trade, travel, and commerce, much like global powerhouses Singapore and Dubai. For decades, Jamaica's economy has relied heavily on tourism, an industry that is both profitable and famously unpredictable. By becoming an aviation superpower, Jamaica aims to diversify its economy. A world-class aviation hub attracts not just tourists, but also cargo, multinational corporations, and a range of related industries from aircraft maintenance to logistics management. This creates a more resilient economy with thousands of high-skilled jobs. The strategy is also deeply rooted in geopolitics. By establishing itself as the main aviation hub for the Caribbean, Jamaica gains serious leverage. It can negotiate with major global airlines like Emirates and Saudi Airlines from a position of strength, opening up new, untapped routes. This reduces its dependence on traditional North American and European markets and gives it control over regional connectivity. Instead of being a passive destination, it becomes an essential transit point. This shift would mean that a significant portion of the billions in airline taxes and fees, which currently go to hubs like Miami, would be redirected into Jamaica's pockets. Finally, the strategy is about creating a cycle of development. Better infrastructure attracts more investment, which funds more improvements. The government's vision is of an island where proper airport facilities lead to proper ports, connected by a proper road network. This seamlessness makes the country more attractive to upscale travelers and high-end hotels, which in turn generate more revenue and demand for flights. It's a self-reinforcing loop designed to propel Jamaica's economy into a new stratosphere. This isn't just about building airports. It's about building a future where Jamaica is a vital and powerful player on the global stage. Jamaica's ambitious plan isn't happening in a bubble. It's a direct challenge to every other major player in the Caribbean aviation market, and the shockwaves are already being felt. This is a game for regional dominance, and if Jamaica wins, others might lose. The primary targets of this strategic push are the other hubs in the region: the Bahamas, Barbados, Trinidad, and Tobago, and the undisputed heavyweight Puerto Rico. For years, airports in Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic have competed to be the Caribbean's busiest. They built their success on attracting North American and European tourists. Jamaica's mega projects, however, are designed to leapfrog them entirely. By offering better facilities, more capacity for huge jets, and faster passenger processing, Jamaica is betting it can persuade airlines to shift their routes to Montego Bay and Kingston. Every new direct flight from London or Dubai that lands in Jamaica is a flight that could have gone to Nassau or Bridgetown. The competition is fierce because the stakes are so high. The country that controls the region's main hub reaps enormous benefits in tourism, cargo fees, and foreign investment. Other Caribbean nations know this and aren't standing still. However, the sheer scale and coordination of Jamaica's investments, combining 3 major international airport projects with a nationwide highway network, put it in a class of its own. But the biggest showdown isn't with another Caribbean island. It is with the giant just 90 miles to the north, Miami. Miami International Airport has long been the unofficial capital of the Caribbean, the primary gateway connecting the region to the world. Jamaica's strategy is a direct challenge to that dominance. By creating a hub that offers direct, non-stop intercontinental flights, Jamaica aims to bypass Miami completely. Imagine a future where travelers from Europe can fly directly to Negril and be on the beach in an hour, instead of dealing with a layover in Florida. That is the future Jamaica is building, and it represents a major threat to a significant chunk of Miami's transit traffic. This is more than a competition, it's an economic war for control of the skies, and Jamaica has just fired the opening shot. The impact of Jamaica's aviation ambitions will be felt far beyond the airport fences, sending powerful ripples through its society and economy. This transformation, if successful, promises a wave of benefits for local communities, but it also comes with challenges and potential downsides. The most immediate impact will be a massive surge in jobs. The construction phases are already employing thousands. Once operational, the expanded airports will need a new army of staff in aviation, security, retail, and logistics. And this economic boost isn't just for the big cities. The new Negril Airport, for instance, is specifically designed to bring economic development to the more rural western parishes. Local businesses, from small craft vendors to tour operators, are set to benefit. More tourists and smoother passenger flow mean more customers and more spending in the local economy. The plan also aims to help local industries like agriculture. With modern cargo facilities and more direct flights, Jamaican farmers could gain unprecedented access to export markets, shipping fresh produce across the world faster and cheaper. However, this rapid development isn't without risks. Large-scale construction can disrupt communities and the environment. There are already mixed reactions from some locals, with concerns that the money might be better spent on more immediate needs like local road repairs. An influx of mass tourism can strain natural resources and public services if not managed carefully. The Jamaican government has emphasized a commitment to sustainable growth, but the ultimate success of this grand vision will depend not just on building new runways, but on ensuring the prosperity they generate lifts all Jamaicans. What's happening in Jamaica is far more than an infrastructure overhaul. It's the rise of a new national identity. Driven by ambition and foresight, Jamaica is reshaping itself from a tropical getaway into a serious global contender. Every beam and runway symbolizes a larger vision, transforming the island into an economic powerhouse capable of standing alongside the world's great nations. The journey, however, is not without risk. Massive financial stakes, fierce regional competition, and the constant threat of mounting debt pose real challenges. Yet the reward, economic independence, regional leadership, and a thriving, diversified future makes this gamble worth taking. It's a bold move for a nation determined to define its own destiny rather than letting others define it. This story isn't just about airports or terminals. It's about control, confidence, and the courage to aim higher. Whether Jamaica's dream of becoming the Caribbean's aviation hub becomes a triumph or a cautionary tale remains to be seen. What's certain is that the region's skies will never be the same. Jamaica is on the move, building toward the future with unmatched ambition. Which of these mega projects will shape its destiny? Share your thoughts below and stay tuned for more stories of nations daring to reinvent themselves.